NCAA basketball totals for Monday, January 23rd. This segment where we look at totals set by odds makers. We try to beat that line either going over or under the total. We got 3 games on the card today. We also have our NBA segment. Be sure to check that out. That goes on live 4 o'clock Eastern on our Facebook page. That one's been a blast to do. Great feedback from you guys. The schedule is going to change on that just a little bit, and we're going to miss some days here and there going forward these next couple weeks. I'll let you know about that though for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Please share the videos. I hope you're enjoying the segment. We do have winning records in the NCAA and the NBA, more of a profit in the NCAA, more about even in the NBA. So we could be doing better, but we could be doing a lot worse. So hopefully the information has been valuable for you to make your picks. Don't forget as well, sbrpicks.com, speaking of picks, YouTube channel, Facebook page, Sportsbook Review. Pardon me, I was starting my words there. Sometimes I go really fast. Sportsbook Review, we got all the sportsbooks there, sign-up bonuses, blacklist, things like that. Be sure to check it out. All right, we got 3 games on the card today for the totals. First one we're going to look at is Duke and NC State, and we're going to go over. This is the second highest total we've ever seen from Duke and NC State. Oddsmakers have it at 162. There was a 163 back, if I recall correctly. I was checking the statistics earlier. 2001, they had a 163 in which they just stayed under the total. So this would be the second biggest one we've seen. And it makes sense because this year has been crazy for totals. The craziest I've seen in years, where there's just teams are getting up and down and scoring at an exponential rate. And I've said that before, and I'm just going to say it again because it's true. And I think they get there tonight. This is, although the total's really high, defensively, Duke defends from beyond the arc really well. But outside of that, they let teams get up tempo. And I think we're going to see that with 2 good scoring teams. NC State's averaging 81.6 points per game. Duke 82.9. That ranks 27th and 18th in that order. And they just can score. You got NC State averaging 48% from the floor. Duke's a little bit better than that. Good shooting teams. Duke's at home. I think they're going to push some tempo. Both teams average about 60 attempts per game. They allow that much as well. NC State actually allows a little bit over that. So look for these teams to really get up and down. Duke's going to score a lot. I think NC State will be able to score enough. So I'm going back over that 162. It looks really big, but I think they get there. All right, next one up. The next 2 matchups we've had, teams that have already played each other this year. Duke and NC State have not. We got Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Cleveland, and oddsmakers have it at 145. And when I first looked at it, I was thinking my initial assumption was, well, this is going to be an underplay because of the matchup they had last time and the way the oddsmakers set the number. But I'm going over the total because Wisconsin, Green Bay goes fast, and they're at home, and I think they're going to control the tempo. Now, these 2 met up before they went overtime in their final, what was it, 75-76. And they did go overtime in that matchup. They scored 17 points in overtime. But the teams, they got up plenty of attempts, but that's also because they went overtime. So I don't have a real good gauge on how many attempts they got up in overtime, but they scored 17 points. That's not bad. But Green Bay, they shot just 33% from the floor. That's really bad. They're going to score a lot more tonight. Cleveland, they shot just over 41%. Green Bay, again, they shot just 29% from distance. They're better than that, and they're going to push a lot of tempo. Let me tell you what I mean. So right now, Green Bay, they're averaging 64.5 attempts per game. They're ranked 12th in the country in tempo, and they're allowing 65.9, which ranks just about last in NCAA hoops. They're at home. I think they're going to get up and down. I think Cleveland State's going to go ahead and score with them tonight. Although they're only averaging 66 points per game, Wisconsin Green Bay is allowing 79.7. They want to get into an up tempo flow. They're averaging 77.8 points per game. I think they're going to get there. Wisconsin Green Bay and Cleveland, neither of them are particularly good shooting teams. Neither of them are particularly good on the defensive end. I like the tempo. I think with the tempo, and I think they're going to be able to shoot better than they did last time because, Green Bay, they shot 33% from the floor, like I just mentioned. But you're talking about a team, they shoot 42.2%. So they should shoot a lot better. From distance, both teams are subpar at best, but I just like the tempo. I think they're going to get over that 145. Oddsmakers were at a 149. And of course they got over because they went to overtime, but the final wouldn't have got there. But they still set this total over their final regulation. They ended up, it was 67-67, so that's 134, but oddsmakers said at 145. This is a numbers play for me, as you can tell. But I'm going over the 145 because Wisconsin Green Bay is going to control the tempo, and I think it's going to be pretty fast. All right, last one up. Now we head to one of my favorite conferences, the Metro Atlantic. We got Ryder and St. Peter's. I'm going under the 128. This is my only underplay. Other 2 are over. So I'm going under the 128.5. They also met up earlier, just like a week ago, 71-65 final. Oddsmakers had it at 131, and they've gone down from that. So they went over that total, but oddsmakers have gone down. And I'm almost positive that was not overtime, but I will double check because I want to make sure we got to make sure we have everything covered. I really like that Metro Atlantic League. That's a fun one. Very interesting league. Let me make sure. I do want to double check on that. I want to make sure we have that absolutely correct. St. Peter's plays great defense. That's what I like about this game. They're a really good defensive team, and they don't go at a really fast tempo. And Riders actually, they're not bad this year. They're 12-8 so far. And let me make sure on that matchup that, there wasn't overtime in that. But they went 71-65. St. Peter's beat Rider at Rider. So that's 136. So oddsmakers have set this total a little bit lower than that. And the reason for that is when we look at that matchup plus the statistics. I mean, they shot really well. You got St. Peter's; they shot over 50% in that matchup. They also shot 36.8% from distance. Ryder didn't shoot particularly well, but the tempo was slow. St. Peter's got up just 41 attempts. That's really, really slow. Although Ryder got up 60, being at home. They just weren't very efficient. So I look for kind of that because you got right now when we break down St. Peter's, who is the home team in this matchup. So I think they're going to control the tempo. Good defensive team, and right now they are allowing opponents just 52.3 attempts per game. That ranks 15th in the country, and they're getting up just 53.3. Really a slow, grind you out sort of team. They're really good on the defensive side, mostly because of their tempo, and right now they're allowing just 63.4 points per game. That ranks 21st in the country. Ryder is much worse. I just think St. Peter's is going to control the tempo enough to stay under. And that 128.5 looks low, and there's a good reason for it. So I'm going to go ahead and back under that total in that matchup. All right, quick breakdown again. We got Duke and NC State over the 162. Cleveland State, Wisconsin, Green Bay over the 145. Ryder, St. Peter's under the 128.5. Those are our 3 NCAA picks. Be sure to tune in to our NBA picks, and I wish you luck on your picks today.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.